All right, my Libra friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing your monthly horoscope for July of 2020. We've got a rocking month ahead of us. Not a whole lot of planetary movement. Everything's pretty much staying in the same sign. We had Saturn move back home to Capricorn on July 1st. It'll be there until December. Otherwise, everything's staying there. The moon's going to move into, or the sun's going to move into Leo on the 22nd. All right. We've got a big new moon on the 20th in Cancer, our second Cancer new moon of the year. Okay, really, really important. It's reminding us to stay in a place of compassion, forgivingness, all right, unconditional, nurturing to ourselves, nurturing to others, as everything is shifting, because the nodes have been in Capricorn, Cancer for the past 18 months, and our eclipses have been in. The last eclipse was in Cancer, okay, and this current one is in Cancer Capricorn. The first eclipse we had of the year, 2 eclipses ago, or first summer eclipse of this year, was proper in Gemini Sagittarius, okay, because that's where the nodes are. So the nodes have been in Capricorn, in Cancer, and then now they've shifted to Sagittarius into Gemini. Although anything within 18 degrees creates an eclipse. So the moon and the sun are still Capricorn Cancer right now, just close enough to the nodes, which are in Sagittarius Gemini, that are going to make this eclipse happen. So this is a little different. Basically what's saying is we've been in this place of I want to stay in my comfort zone. I want to stay safe. I want to stay protected. I care about you. I care about myself. But I'm not really looking or trying to get outside of my comfort zone. Well, now the North Node has moved into Gemini, which is saying seek new, seek change, seek something different, seek anything else besides what you know is possible, right? Like, we have to look at the other side of the coin. We have to look at what else is available and what else is out there, and not to just be ignorant or limited to only the small amount that we believe. As well, the South Node in Sagittarius is saying worldly views or concepts or ideas that have at one point in time made sense and been great for the world are no longer making sense and are no longer good for the world, okay? And the South Node in Sagittarius deals with religion, okay? So there are going to be things about religion over the next 18 months that are going to be coming up that it's like, this doesn't make any sense. How does this make sense? There's about philosophy, about education, although we have, I mean, even about politics. Really, Capricorn is really more about politics and government, and we still have a stellium in Capricorn, and we're going to have that here with the moon. All right, 4 planets here, 13 degrees. The sun will be at 13 degrees. So this is our eclipse happening here in your 4th house, which deals with home and family. All right, so the moon is saying I emotionally need to be thinking about home and family. However, the South Node, this is a South Node conjunction. This is letting go. What philosophies, concepts, ideas, what education do you have? What religious ties do you have? Ideologies that you're holding on to that might have something to do with your home and family that no longer serve you or where you're going, you know? Were you raised a certain way or raised to believe a certain thing that is just, there can be conflict or no longer serves this place of where we're going here now? That might be something that arises over this weekend here on the 4th/5th. Now on the 11th, Mercury stations direct, Mercury up here in your 10th house of career, public image. This is how the world sees you. Okay, how the world sees you. You could quite potentially be hiding out here right now, my Libra friends, right? Anytime we have something in Cancer, especially Mercury or Sun itself, things go into hiding. Okay, this is, I don't want to be seen. I don't want that sun on me right now. I'm going to go in my house. It's air conditioning. It's cool. It's safe. I don't know what's out in the world. We could all get COVID. We could all, we could high five and die. Who knows? There's all kinds of crazy things going on. So it's like, this is staying safe. But you have to put yourself out there. And with the North Node being in your 9th house saying, yes, travel more, seek. Venus is also saying, seek, get out there. Fall in love with all these things. Fall in love with the uncomfortability. Fall in love with, the outside of your comfort zone. Fall in love with trying to put yourself out there, right? So there's a lot of beautiful energy there going on. All right, so Mercury stations direct, thank God. So there's some communication flowing for you that's positive in your self-image how people view you as well as your career. All right, so you're thinking about your career, you're acting, moving forward in your career. All right, also on the 11th, now here in your 7th house, this is about your relationships. Okay, this is about partnerships, long-term relationships. This could be work, this could be pleasure, this could be romance, right? On the 11th now, we're going to have the moon come around here to 7 degrees. Mars will be at 7 degrees. Chiron will be at 9 degrees. So these are just a little over a degree off of each other, degree and a half off of each other. So this is going to be a conjunction of a lot of Aries energy. So emotional moon is an emotional need to what? Take action, emotional need to take action to healing. What? This is something that deals with our relationships, something that deals with our partnerships or commitments. Commitments to career, again, commitment to ourselves, commitment to a partner, commitment to something. Okay? This can also be, is this an even exchange of energy, my Libra friends? Are you experiencing an even flow of energy between you and your partner, or you and the company, you and the business, you and the boss? Okay? Are you putting in the same amount of energy that you're getting out? Is your partner putting forward the same amount of energy that you are? Okay, if things aren't balanced, they're going to be highlighted around the 11th and the 14th, because the 14th is when Mars is exact with Chiron. I will say this as well. You're going to have Mars and Chiron. Chiron's a slow-moving planet. It's a big asteroid, right? Mars, though, will be in your 7th house until January of 2021. Okay, so that means Mars is going to retrograde in your 7th house in September to November. We'll obviously talk about that more then, but this can be a very challenging aspect. You know, this can be putting the carriage before the horse, or this can be aggravated between my partnerships. As a single person, meaning I'm not partnered with someone. As a single man, you know, I can say it's extremely difficult to just maintain this even flow, right, all the time. Then when we have a partner or children on top of that, you know, our even stability or our perspective shifts based on our partners or the other things that we're committed to in our lives, okay, being the kids or a partner, you know what I'm saying, or a boss or a work partner. Did you pull your weight? Did you pull your weight? We got to both be pulling this. You know, so what I'm saying is this is a personal, as an individual, it's so difficult. You know, I have my own company, business, whatever, you know, it's like extremely challenging to just be even keeled every day as it is. So when you have other people, it can be a lot easier to say, well, I'm unhappy because of something you did. I don't have that luxury. You know, I don't have the luxury to blame somebody else. Where it can be quite easier, not saying you're going to, but it can be easier to blame the partner, to blame the kids, to blame, you know, to kick the dog or to blame the cat or whatever it is, because they're in your environment, you know. So this is like slow things down, especially what's coming up, you know, September through November, when during the retrograde is going to be the challenging part. However, right now it's like full steam ahead, you know, so it's just like no rush and a good thing. It will all work out as it's supposed to. And to remind ourselves to keep that, you know, that new moon, that Cancer new moon energy that's coming up, care and nurturing, because often this Mars is aggravated aggression moving forward. And you're Libras, you're the balance of the zodiac, right? You're the ones that are trying to keep it even for everybody. So that means for the next 6 months, you have a huge role to play. Sorry to just put that weight on your scales, but you do. All right. So this is about you and about the others, and you pulling your weight, holding them accountable for pulling their weight, and gracefully moving together, right? You are the balancing scales. You cannot have just one. You know, this is both. So this is going to be extremely potent and powerful this month as well. You know, this connection that's happening on the 11th, the 14th, as well as the next 6 months ahead of you, okay? So get excited. 2020, the year of woo. Okay. On the 14th now, here's some cool things going on. On the 14th, we've got Neptune here. As you see this septile, this started last month. Septile to Saturn, Saturn now moved back home into Capricorn, okay? So this is going to last until the 25th, I do believe, the 25th, okay? This is your wish is my command, 4th house / 5th house, depending on where you're at. Saturn might be in your 5th house, creative self-expression, you getting yourself out there, not being afraid to show your light or to shine your light, fear of being judged, something like that. Okay, so there's a very powerful aspect saying like, you got this. Whatever's going on, you got this. Now, and this is about your 6th house. This is about, this is about work. This is the work that you put in and how you're giving back to humanity, the services that you're providing to other people. This is the crux right now of what's going to happen here, not Saturn. Although Saturn, this is saying this is for my home, this is for my family or my expression of self, and maybe I go to work because I care about my family, or I do this work so that I can have a good home, or whatever that may be. Where now Neptune is going to start creating that same septile, 7th harmonic fate and destined connection to Uranus, which is in your 8th house. Okay, so Uranus in the 8th house, this is with power struggles. This could be with sexual identity. This could be with money, material possessions, goods. Okay, either way, this is your dreams, your imagination. Okay, that fate and destined connection to the the great awakener. Okay, so this is the release of pressure. It's Neptune's job to be expansive. It's Saturn's job to be realistic and to add pressure. Okay? So it rains diamonds on Saturn. It's pressure, an extreme amount of pressure to create that, right? So this pressure that we put on ourselves, this pressure that we put on others, this pressure that we're putting on to making sure that we're doing what we have to do. Sometimes we don't want to do it. Sometimes we're not motivated to get out of bed and go to work, but we have to. We want to. Deep down inside, we want to, but we don't want to. You get what I'm saying. So either way, there's an immense amount of pressure that Saturn brings, no matter what it touches. All right? Neptune's job is to say, I'm expanding everything. More of the good, more of whatever it is. And this is, Jupiter's job is more of our physical reality, where Neptune's job is more of the things that you can't see, more of the unknown, more possibilities. When we have possibilities in real life, you know what I mean? It's just like it's a recipe for creation. And then now Uranus is the It's to alleviate the pressure. So whatever pressure we've been feeling for potentially months, for potentially 2.5 years as Saturn's been in Capricorn, okay, Neptune creating the septile to Uranus is going to alleviate, to release that pressure. And thankfully, this connection, this fate and destined connection, lasts all the way through August, okay? So we get the entire rest of the month from the 14th on through August of this fate and destined connection, which is allowing our dreams, our imaginations, our expansiveness to meet with that great release, okay? And as well, bring it into reality, okay? So this is July and August are my favorite 2 months of the year, looking at the zodiac or looking at the astrology for the year. Like, I'm very excited. Things cooled down a bit, September is going to be a whole other story. We'll get there one day at a time, right? I don't want to put fear out. But what I'm saying is, like, there's a lot of positive energy. The next 6 months, what this eclipse that's happening, as well as the Mars retrograde, we're in for huge changes. So now the 20th, we're going to have the Cancer new moon, right? Second Cancer new moon. Being nurturing, being caring, compassionate, loving to one another, and again, that's going to be happening in your 10th house. So this is like putting your your heart into your work, right? And then on the 22nd, Sun's going to move out of Cancer into your 11th house, which is going to highlight more of your social aspect of your life. Mercury's still going to be in your career, so you're going to be talking about money, thinking about the job, thinking about the career, how you're being viewed in life. But the Sun's moving on, saying, like, we got to worry, we have to be social, we have to worry, or not worry, but we have to think about, we have to focus on our social aspects of life and the community at large. And that's going to be really exciting because the Sun's coming home to Leo, right? So your 11th house being that Leo energy is just like you're the light of your friends. It's saying don't wait, the same with this Mars energy. It's saying don't wait for someone to have a fire, and, to see your favorite people. This is saying like maybe at the end of the month, you're the one that's putting it all together. You're the one to have this fire and to practice social safe distancing or whatever you want to do, but to bring your people together because it is extremely important. Our mental health as well as our physical health is extremely important this month. And something is coming up here later on that's saying like you're the driving force behind your community. All right. So my Libra friends, have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful month of July. I appreciate you so much. And we'll see you tomorrow for the dailies.